And welcome to HUFC TV Women's on a very, very big day for the Heidelberg United Football Club as they face off against the Bulleen Lions here at ABD Stadium in Broadmeadows for the final of the Team App Cup. Heidelberg United in, of course, the traditional colours of gold and black, or yellow and black, and the Bulleen Lions.
Well, it's the maroon.
The maroon.
Or the royal purple, or whatever you want to call it.
And it'll be Heidelberg United with the first use of the football, heading to the left of screen, as John pointed out here at ABD Stadium.
I'll tell you what, Greg, looks like there's a fair breeze blowing down towards that end.
Favouring Heidelberg indeed.
And we're just away, and we'll take it over, Greg.
Cartwright on the board for Heidelberg. Bonnie Barnes going back. Pressure comes from Bulleen. Bonnie Barnes as well. Again down the line to half field. Cartwright. It's around one, doesn't get around two. Bulleen couldn't get it away cleanly. Ball turned over. Bulleen on the move, chopped out. Mossman into the breeze, doesn't get much distance on that. Bulleen come up with it, ball around the corner for Friend. Goes over the top. Ambitious, Pruatelli does really well. Bonnie Barnes stays with her. Pruatelli into the penalty area. Pruatelli on her own. Goalkeeper can pick it off. In the end, great driving run from the Bulleen player, but a great stop in the end from Candace Salama in the Heidelberg goal. She did really well, the nimble-footed Leah Pruatelli, the number 9 for Bulleen, first corner of the game.
She was one of the players I had as marked down for us to watch. Very impressed with her performance last time against Heidelberg. She was in a strong battle with Bonnie Barnes that time. As it's played in, short corner. There'll be a chance for Hannah Ryan to clear for Heidelberg. She goes down the line looking for Mamanu Gray. It's picked off and now crossed in, but it'll go wide and chance for Heidelberg to break.
Ellie Torre with the throw for Heidelberg. It's been punch and counter punch in the opening 3 minutes. No score in the Team App Cup final at Broadmeadows on this Saturday afternoon for HUFC TV Women's. Hannah Ryan spears it way too long with that breeze. Gets it back inside. Plenty of Bulleen shirts there. Hannah Ryan. She's got a player outside of her. Pressure still comes from Heidelberg. Lee Gray. Lee Gray gets another look at it. Lee Gray, she's pushed and bullied, but keeps possession in a tight duel. Nicolacci with the corner for Heidelberg. We've played just a tick over 5 minutes and we're scoreless in the Team App Cup final.
Poor corner kick that time, Greg.
Easy clearance. It's going to be treacherous today. Ball's in the air with this wind whipping around. So Bulleen come again. Heidelberg streaming back. There she's again. Pruatelli. Pushed off the ball. Heidelberg half clearance. Well done in the end from Cartwright then. Pruatelli again backs herself for pace, wins out for pace. Pruatelli, she's been exciting in the early going. Pruatelli gets a second look at it. And the ball through the gap was into no man's land, but they turn it over. Heidelberg. Clear. The runner is Lee Gray. She's going to get past the defender. She's not. Goalkeeper comes out. Mia Mossman. Bit of contact after the play. Goodell away for the Bulleen Lions. Still scoreless, but it's been a pretty exciting opening to this cup final, the Team App Cup final.
Of course, it'll be Julia Nicolacci who's captaining the side today in the absence of the regular skipper Michelle Verzi, who's unavailable. But other than that, a very strong Heidelberg team, as we said.
The up and under, top of the box, blind header on. Lee Gray pounced. It was a big collision with the goalkeeper. Chance for Heidelberg. It's Cartwright and off the line. The big play, though, was Lee Gray and the goalkeeper. The ball spilled loose. The shot came in and off the line by Bulleen. So Heidelberg's best chance and best period of the game so far in a scoreless contest. Nicolaci with the corner.
Yeah, that was Yakonis off the line, Greg. Good defending, but Heidelberg knocking on the door.
Bulleen may clear it by weight of numbers. Lee Gray. She doesn't mind playing it physically, does she?
Oh, no,
she's terrific. Nicolaci corner in the cup final, early going, less than quarter of an hour off the clock. Foot high.
Yeah, good call by the referee, who we should mention, Joanna Caractus, and her assistants this afternoon, Shad Roshan and Janelle Samet.
Back to Mia Mossman. We've played 16 minutes. The last 5 or 6 have belonged to Heidelberg United here on HUFC TV Women's.
And I'm sure Bill Michaeludis down there on the Heidelberg bench would want to see the rewards of a goal for all their industry so far.
Oh, they've been really busy. But he did point out, and there is a strong gusty wind, but it is certainly favouring Heidelberg to the left of screen. Privatelli.
Privatelli now, just a nice little touch off, but nice reading there by Mankowska, who plays it forward. Nice touch by Lee Gray.
She's been good, Lee Gray. She's going to find the open runner in Cartwright.
Oh, couldn't get the shot.
No, she just looked awkward, didn't she, as she made the approach? That was a great ball.
Yeah,
Lee Gray's been a factor so far. Goalkeeper unsure going into the breeze. Hits it. It stops as you think it would. Caitlin Friend turns it round the corner. Bulleen, the clear runner outside, is Natasha Lucy. Cernio, she looks okay now. It's the Team App Cup Final 2016, no goals yet. Ball around the corner, running into the path of Lee Gray. Holds possession really well, Lee Gray. Gets it to the line. Almost loses her legs. Lee Gray, chip ball. Cartwright, off the line again. Heidelberg pressing. Bulleen very, very lucky to stay alive.
Well, they did everything but score that time, Greg. But superb play by Lee Gray that time, almost creating the opening goal of the game. And again, desperate defending there by the number 22 and the number 12, Yakonis, saving the day for Bulleen. And Bill Michaeludis must be wondering what Heidelberg need to do to score against Bulleen this afternoon.
It has certainly been an impressive opening half hour from Heidelberg, facing off against a team that's playing in its 3rd consecutive Team App Cup final, and a team that's beaten them on 3 occasions this season, Bulleen Lions FC. But Heidelberg are owning the contest at the moment, just not on the scoreboard. Square ball might come loose. It does. That was awkward and ill-timed off the outside of the boot. Heidelberg come up with it again. Cartwright, push pass for Mamanu Gray. This was a wee bit too ambitious. Hitting it from downtown in the end was Hannah Ryan. The goalkeeper just parried it away. Less than 10 minutes remaining in regulation time, first half in the cup final. Lee Gray should score, does score! Lee Gray, you little beauty! And Lee Gray has threatened and threatened. She's been fantastic. And in the end, she gets the game opener here in the Team App Cup final.
And nothing more than they deserve, Greg Blake. She's probably been the most impressive of the Heidelberg strike force there. That time, again, very intelligent play. We made mention of that earlier. Let the ball run through, got in behind the defence, easily rounded Mossman, who was sprawling the other way, and then it was just a simple tap in. And on 36 minutes, Heidelberg United take a well-deserved 1-0 lead, and it's game on here in the Team App Cup final of 2016.
Thoroughly deserve it, but they might have to, as we go with Privatelli deep towards the line. Mankowska with the awkward header clear. Teammates with the backup. Stolen by Jamie Pollock, and then off the outside of the boot It'll be another throw-in.
And I'm sure they'll be looking for a second one before the half break.
It would be a lovely exclamation mark.
Oh, just a chance.
Wasn't too far away.
But again, we made mention of this earlier. Rita Mankowska just imperious in the centre of the defence there. She strode away and almost put Lee Gray through that time as they are on the attack again. Oh, lovely turn by Mamonu Gray.
And the shot to the corner from Cartwright was for the goalkeeper was forced into a save. Improves the angle. Hannah Ryan. Bulleen players force it clear.
There's a break on here, Greg.
It's 4 against 3 at this point. Ellie Torre does really well again. Ellie Torre. The Bulleen player goes to ground, but it was a
substitute, Keely Lockhart, who was on
Keely Lockhart.
Yeah, she's gone down heavily. Bulleen bench feeling that the injury was of
significance.
Yeah, to warrant that.
Turn clear. Bouncing ball. Is there one last chance in this first half? We've played nearly 3 minutes of stoppage time, no doubt, due to that injury for Bulleen. It's 1-0 Heidelberg United. It will stay 1-0 to Heidelberg United as the referee brings the curtain down on a terrific first half of this Team App Cup final between Heidelberg United and the Bulleen Lions, and it's Heidelberg United leading by a goal to nil.
And welcome back to ABD Stadium for this second half action here in the 2016 Team App Cup final between FC Bulleen and Heidelberg United. Heidelberg United with the go-ahead goal in the first half to Lee Gray, leading 1-0. Bulleen will have us kick off for this second half. Jay Fott here with you. Greg Blake will be joining us shortly for all the big action as Bulleen kick us off. Kicking to the left of your screen with the aid of a strong breeze is Bonnie Barnes. Finds Mamonu Gray. She tries a flick. Ball played up high there by Joey Cartwright. Bulleen will try to play it forward. Hannah Ryan with the intercept. And now Nicolaci, chance to come forward. Looks for the high through ball. It's intercepted. And Bulleen now will come forward. Privatelli on halfway.
Throw into Heidelberg, who are around 30 minutes away from an historic Team App Cup final victory if they can maintain the 1-goal advantage. Bulleen will have plenty of say in that. They're certainly still in the conversation. Mankowska away. Over the shoulder by the Bulleen player.
Keep that ball low.
Just asking for trouble, aren't they, putting the ball in the air on a day like this? Hannah Ryan to bulldoze their way clear. Stockdale back for Bulleen, and to be candid at this point, Bulleen haven't looked at Lee Gray, the goal scorer. Been magnificent in this cup final. Lee Gray puts it on the carpet for Galea. Galea with the shot, goalkeeper to her right, and does enough.
Probably would have been more ably served getting that ball back in the middle because Lee Gray had made a run back into the box, but you can't blame Julia Nicolaci for having a crack.
Ball took an awkward bounce for Galea, so Bulleen come up with it. And that challenge was fairly clear. The referee's going to have a talk.
Yes, Joanna
to
Caractus having a word there to
Ellie Torre.
Who's just said cut that out.
Danny Goodell with the free kick for Heidelberg.
Yeah.
Great look from our vantage point here.
Yeah, this is a dangerous position here because you've got to watch the runners on that far post, but also She might even try the long shot.
Goodell does try the long shot and was not far off the mark. For sure and for certain, because certainly Candice Salama
was scrambling, wasn't she?
She was scrambling. Well, I mean, she's not exceptionally tall. And she arched her back and leapt, but the ball in the end dropping onto the roof of the net. Terrific free kick with the breeze. So Bulleen still in the contest. Don't write them off.
Oh, don't know, by no means, Greg. You know, they're certainly starting to get on top in possession stakes now.
So seatbelts on if you're watching this on HUFC TV Women, because I think we're in for a roller coaster finish to this 2016 Team Map Cup final here at ABD Stadium.
And that one was off Julia Nicolacci, who's had a strong game in the middle of the park, and Galea, who's had a strong second half.
Really interesting period of the game as we head into the final 20 minutes, because both teams are showing us something. So there's still very much a contest. Smankowska does all the spade work, and again hits Nicolacci. Coming out of defence, Nicolacci, the wide ball for Galea. Galea toe pokes it through the gap. Ball over the top. Looking for the goal scorer, and the second goal scorer as well.
What a superb goal!
Lee Gray, thank you for coming. She garnishes the dish. Does Lee Gray, MVP already on the day for mine, gets her second of the game, and is that the exclamation mark on this particular game, Jay Fott?
Greg Blake, what a superb team goal that time. As the ball was played through, and didn't it hold up nicely in the wind there? She ran onto it, didn't have to break stride, and just a little dink over the keeper there in Mia Mossman, and it nestled in the back of the net off that post. 2-0 to Heidelberg, and are they on their way to the Team Map Cup final victory this afternoon?
70 minutes played, and the lead is doubled by Lee Gray. Sensational stuff from Lee Gray. Now come through, clear. Penella on a scampering run.
Superb.
Penella does awfully well. Penella, the through ball for Lee Gray. She scored two. Just too long. Brave goalkeeping. Had to come 5 metres out of her area to ensure that Lee Gray didn't get another strike. Penella, no, yes. Dances out of the tackle. Nicolacci. Pressure again on the Bulleen defence. What a great second half from Heidelberg. They dominated the first half with the breeze. They faced a fired up Bulleen Lions in the second half. That was spectacular from Goodell. Was it Fratelli? Excuse me.
But certainly I've noticed, Greg, particularly in these last 20 minutes, the Heidelberg girls have had the greater amount of run. They seem to be just able to run across the park a little quicker. Maybe that first half took out more out of Bulleen than what we thought initially.
Bulleen need to conjure something very, very soon to breathe life back into this contest.
And Galea, once again, she's had a really good second half.
It would be very, very difficult to find a weak link in this Heidelberg side today. To be honest with you, Lee Gray cops a heavy challenge.
And not far behind her, I would say.
Rita Menkowska, yeah. She's marshalled a dominant defence for Heidelberg United.
And she promised us a big game on the show.
Well, I'm a wee bit disappointed because she promised me she'd score as well. It's never too late anyway. And a goal! They score again. Unbelievable, Bonnie Barnes. Well, that has iced it. That has underscored it. Hashtag it. Heidelberg will win the Team App Cup final.
Oh, the ball was played in, skimmed off a Bulleen head, and Bonnie Barnes, just to underline what a great game she's had, Greg Blake, ghosting in on that far post. Didn't she power that home with the header? 3-0 Heidelberg. Game, set, and match. Team App Cup final 2016 coming to Catalina Street, Heidelberg, at to the Olympic Village.
Wow. Well, an emphatic performance now is reflected on the scoreline, on the scoreboard rather, here at ABD Stadium in Broadmeadows. What has been a powerhouse game by the Heidelberg women's team is reflected in that 3-0 scoreline. Penella, can they ice the cake even further against the Bulleen side that really did not see this storm coming, and they have been washed aside. Penella, it's 3-0 Heidelberg. Very, very late in proceedings. Nicolacci goes wide for Samantha Black. Black finds the runner. Penella, and 4-0. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh, superb team goal. Superb team goal. They absolutely toying with Bulleen at the moment, Greg Blake. But the player of the match, Lee Gray, finishes off a superb team move there as they work the ball from this right-hand side, stretch the Bulleen defence. In the end, Belinda Penella was in yards of space, didn't go for the goal, unselfishly squared it across to Lee Gray, and Lee Gray sliding in, makes it 4-0, and if it wasn't game over before that, which it was,
and you have to say, look at the scenes as the...
oh, they're jubilant down here as...
Salakidis comes in.
Yeah, Salakidis.
They are absolutely exuberant. They were beaten 4-0 by this same team.
Just 3 weeks ago.
Just 3 weeks ago. And here they are today on the biggest stage of all, the T-Map Cup final, and they have reversed that scoreline to a T. It's 4-0.
And what's more, Greg, they've just totally dismantled them in the second half here. You've got to say these last 2 goals have been the icing on the cake, but it's been coming for a while because they've absolutely run Bulleen off their feet this afternoon.
And credit the coach, Bill Mihalidis. He's done a sensational job coaching this team from a 4. Now, as the final whistle, as the final whistle goes at AVD Stadium. What a day! What an evening it's going to be as these magnificent Amazons from Heidelberg United.
Superb, Greg Blake.
They have been sensational from the very start of the day. That is fantastic. That is a wonderful, wonderful scene, particularly for the stalwarts who've come out to support the Heidelberg United women this afternoon. And the Heidelberg United girls have, well, they've given them a gift of a memorable, memorable afternoon.